Jack, if you can just show us where the projectors are. Okay, so there they are. So it's one image, but it's coming from 18 high-resolution projectors. The first thing we had to do when we came up with this crazy idea was figure out a way to make sure they were completely aligned. So our friends at Amptown in Hamburg, Germany, figured out how to do that. So we lined them all up so that you get one uninterrupted grid. So Jack, if you can just line up the projectors. Okay, so now you can see, now we're able to fool you, because now it looks like it's one image. So what we had to do then, once we figured out how to make a screen this big, and it is big, in fact, I think sometimes we lose sight of the size of it. So I'm 6'6", and you can see that, you know, I'm standing right in front of it and still no shadow. You can see how big this screen is. It's certainly something rather special in terms of engineering. First thing we had to do was, if we're going to create content for a brand new format, was build a test card, because test cards are still the way you create an environment, a digital environment on which you can then create content. So there isn't a 22-foot high, 105-foot wide test card in the world, so that's what we did first. We built one of those. Can you show us the test card, please, Jack? Okay, so now we've got something that we can work with contrast and brightness, and we can start our very long task of coming up with realistic images. But of course, if we projected in black and white, no one would take us seriously. So we then had to we had to modify this card and come up with the world's first 22-foot high by 105-foot high wide color test card. So let's have a look at that, Jack. Okay, so now we really have got something we can work with. So we're going to start creating all this amazing content for Star Water and for the Vistarama presentations that we're going to be doing in this room throughout the cruise that our guests enjoy. Now we've got a real good book. So we showed this to Moment Factory, who were the company we decided were the best people in the world to help us create the content. Moment Factory have been around for a long time, but they really came to the world stage when they did the halftime show with Madonna at the Super Bowl, and we were very aware of that, and so we signed them up very quickly to work with us as we create this amazing stuff. When we showed them the test card, they said, that's great, wow, good job, except that we don't work in 2D at the Moment Factory, we work in 3D. So we then had to modify this and make it the world's first 22-foot high, 105-foot wide 3D test card. Let's have a look at that, Jack. So now we think we've got everything. We've got brightness, contrast, we've got color, we've got depth. And then they said, oh yeah, but we're not going to work like that. We're going to use motion, because Moment Factory is famous for... So we then had to build, I'm sorry to keep repeating this, but it's just a fact. We had to build the first 22-foot high, 105-foot wide, brightness, contrast, color, 3D, motion test card. And this is what it looks like. Run it, Jack. And what's it all about? Well, it's really all about doing things like this. Yeah, and because it's Moment Factory, they had to put a white bird in. Apparently the white bird's always there. So there it is. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? The Vistarama. A rather unique piece of tech. Yes, make some noise. It's meant to impress.